reveals his plans to his servants, the prophets.
"17. The attacks on Israel will intensify as years go by. Watch out. These are the signs of the end."
Two back-to-back explosions rocked the city of Jerusalem. One person died and at least 18 are injured. The two explosions occurred at two bus stops near the entrances. The areas have been cordoned off by emergency services. Ambulances were rushed to the spot. The first explosion occurred in the Givat Shaul, the main entrance to Jerusalem, shortly after 7 a.m., which is the peak rush hour here, and about half an hour later a second explosion happened at the Ramot Junction, another entrance here. The cause of the explosions have yet to be determined. Israel's public security minister has called the explosions attacks. Defense Minister Benny Gantz's office reported that he is holding consultations with the head of the Shin Bet Internal Security Agency and senior military officials regarding the explosions. For more on this now, we're being joined by correspondent Jody Cohen from Ra'anana, Israel. Thank you so much for joining us. Jody, at least 18 people dead is what we're hearing, and 18 injured and one person dead in an explosion near a bus stop at the entrance to Jerusalem. What can you tell us? What is the situation like currently?
Right, so this is a developing story and we're hearing more as time goes on. It is being treated as a terror incident, and I should say a major terror incident. As you said, one person having been killed and 18 people injured, 3 of those seriously or critically and in hospital. I've been in touch with United Hatzalah, the first responder organisation, and spoken with some of the people at the scene. There was one of their volunteers who actually was at a nearby traffic light and heard the first explosion go off this morning and went straight to treat the injured who have been sent to hospital. The police are investigating what appears to be coordinated attacks at 2 separate locations with bags with explosives said to be left at 2 different bus stops at 2 entrances to Jerusalem. The security forces, we know, are sweeping the area looking for suspects, and investigators will also be examining debris from the attacks to search for more clues. Hamas has meanwhile issued a statement saying that the Zionist occupation is paying the price today with this attack. They didn't in this statement claim responsibility. It is known that they do have some infrastructure in East Jerusalem, so people will be looking at that potential lead. Some in Israel are calling this potentially a new intifada or a new uprising against Israel. And Prime Minister Lapid, who is still currently the Prime Minister until the new coalition government is formed, he's going to be holding a security assessment, so we'll not know more in the coming hours. Now, this is the first explosive device that has gone off in many years, and people are questioning if this could potentially be a return to the bus bombings that we saw in the years from 2000 to 2005. They're also questioning whether other devices could still be remaining and not yet discovered. This has been the deadliest year since 2015. This attack is thought to be coordinated. There's questions on who could have funded it, who would have made the explosives, who coordinated the 2 attacks, who transported them. So questions will be asked about not only Israeli intelligence, but how they will be defending civilians going forwards.
Right.
We could see a return to guards on buses as in the early 2000s. There'll be investigations in areas like Jenin where terror groups are seen to be ruling quite freely at the moment. And it will certainly propel the coalition negotiations going forwards, I'm sure, which have been stalled.
Right, absolutely, Jody. Thank you so much for joining us with all the latest on this. We will continue to track this very closely.